You're watching Chewing the Cud with Dominic Berry and Leigh Robertson.
So quite small, but very, very hairy. If you just think one of the Ewoks from Star Wars. Hello, you are watching Chewing the Cud, your weekly light-hearted show, examining the world through a slightly glittery kaleidoscope. I am Dominic Berry, and with me today is a man who needs no introduction, but we give him one anyway. Leigh Robertson, hello.
Thank you, aka the Ewok Appreciation Society President.
Good times.
Yeah. Gets in your teeth, so you've always got to have a bit of floss on.
Beautiful. What have you got for us, Leigh?
I'm bringing you some information about some very famous children's films that are being given a facelift and a makeover, and I'm also going to be bringing you something I've actually practiced in Crafty Queens.
Wow. And we even have a game for you at home to play along with too. But now on the screen you can see our contact details. It is the Cud TV on your social media. And if you want to catch up with previous episodes, you can always binge us on YouTube. Just look out for Chewing the Cud.
You can see the names of people who have reached out and tickled our fancies going across the bottom of the screen. And we go over to Dominic in the buzz.
Leigh,
Yeah.
if I said to you Spice Cruise, I would not be referring to a big boat full of people on a nefarious drug. I wouldn't be talking about
Is it about
that.
the Spice? Is it like a Spice Girls tribute cruise?
Nor would I be speaking about that. I would be speaking about naked holidays.
Naked cruising.
For swingers. 6,000 folks. Yeah, what was that? What were you miming there, Leigh? What were you miming?
You went swingers, and then you put your hand straight down to your groin, and that was like a reaction that almost was instinctive.
Well, this is for swingers, but there are very strict rules, and this has kind of made the news because some people think that it is no fun, that there are too many rules on this spicy cruise holiday. Now, I'll give you some of the rules and say, I'll tell you my opinion already. I think they're all fair. So you've got to be over what age?
18.
21.
Oh.
Is that?
American, is it by any chance then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Second rule, no means no. That's fair, isn't it? That's not like too strict.
Unless it's for the buffet. And it's always yes.
Truth.
More is more.
No nudity in the elevator. In your room it's allowed. On deck, in the public areas like seaward facing.
Yeah.
But the elevator is a no-go. No-go.
Do you have to cover with a small cloth until you kind of get to the destination?
I think I want even more of that. I think it's got to be undies on in the elevator.
Okay.
Next rule. I mean, I think all these are fair. Next rule. Body paint. Body paint does not count as clothing.
Oh, you see, I'd be straight off then, because that's all I use.
Who would think it does?
Completely body painted on me. Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Touch it and it smears.
Next rule. Sit on a towel.
Not a face.
Well, I think that's as opposed to a nude derriere upon the deck.
So no kind of skid marks on any upholstery.
No skid marks and no sex. Unless you're in the designated play area.
They have like
no sex in the
areas.
elevator, no sex in the corridors, no sex in the galley.
Don't bend anybody over the buffet.
No, forbidden. And finally, sex is not for sale. No purchasing of sex. It should be consensual, free enterprise.
Is this for the heterosexuals? Is it for them? With all the rules?
I don't. Do you think that is too many? I think they're all fair. They're not
if it organises the fun, that's great. If you put like 6,700 gay men on a boat, that don't mean shit. The decks will be awash with cum.
I suppose I'm saying I think it's fair enough that they are saying these rules. I guess it depends how pedantic they are. Can you sit on a towel, please? Like, that could spoil the mood, couldn't
kind of
it?
going to go around and say, "Ooh,
yeah,
ew, moist."
What a job that would be.
Oh,
yeah. Down at the job centre, having your universal credit checked. Do you want to be sex police?
I don't think it's for me.
You don't? What, being sex police or doing the cruise?
And doing a spicy sex cruise. Oh. No.
Moving on. Are you a person who has a car? Do you drive?
I think saying it's a car is a very roundabout way of describing it. It is a form of transportation.
Do you clean it yourself?
Clean? It's got its own ecosystem.
Does anybody clean it for you? Have you ever paid for a cleaning
Once
service?
or twice. And I visit their graves often.
Well, there's a news story about one gentleman who has taken his automobile to the car wash. Now, this is something he's got a regular service. He pays 45 quid a month.
Wow!
Every month for the service plan that they offer. It's, I think it might be a Mercedes that he owns. It's certainly, he's with Mercedes.
Is it a service?
You're jumping ahead with the story. You're jumping ahead. You're guessing, Leigh.
He's got a very warped mind.
There's the dash cam in the vehicle, which caught a cleaner relieving himself upon the vehicle. Having a wee. There he is, having a wee.
I was not emotionally, physically, or psychologically prepared for that photograph.
Yeah.
Does he have legs?
Yeah, that's underneath
Sorry,
the car. Yeah.
It was like an amputee on the bonnet of his car. Having a piss. No.
Leigh, your reaction is super.
He's pissing on the bonnet.
Yeah, he just, you know.
Is that all his piss behind the green on the wall?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely yes, without
Nothing
doubt.
gets a buff on your bonnet like piss.
I personally haven't ever weed on anybody's car, but nor have I been in employment to wash cars. And I think, you know what? I'm always,
Use the resources you've got.
I just think, yeah. I'm on his side. Do you know what I mean? I'm on his side. Like,
Pissing on the bonnet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Posh car coming in. Get out here with your posh. This is why I would never be employed for such a job. But like,
I'm a posh. Piss on the bonnet. Don't shit on the wheels.
Good advice for life there. If you want to wash a car in your bodily fluids, you can message Leigh directly, or you can share it with us and we'll vet your comments on The Cud TV on your social media. Now that brings us to the story of the week, Leigh. New York photo artist Grenholtz.
Oh, good pronunciation.
I don't know if it is a good pronunciation. So he's known for his stunning male nude photographs. So he's got a calendar for 2025.
You're getting excited because it could contain derrieres.
It does contain derrieres, but that's not the focus. The title is The Fine Art of Erections.
Oh.
But some of them are like...
I'm not looking. Before I turn my head, is there anything distressing?
I would say it's a 7 out of 10 on the distressing.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I can go with that.
Yeah, he's having a lovely time, isn't he? He's having a good old stroke there.
He is. He's
good old stroke. Yeah. So it costs you 21 quid for the calendar. It's described as a masterful blend of elegance and audacity. The male form captured like never before, Leigh. So we have a look at some more photos? Oh, look at these. Look at these. I mean, he's just been brushing his teeth. He got a little bit of toothpaste on his finger. He's just sort of, he should be using a towel, but he's just getting it off on the mirror. Yeah.
Is he drawing a cock in jizz on his mirror? He is. That's what he's doing. He's going shaft, balls, beep, beep, beep. Oh, he'll do that. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, and he's just kind of like looking and going, oh, wow, I have a penis. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. He's fallen and he cannot get up.
No.
And he can't reach for his button because his hand's around his cock. And he's like, oh, my penis likes a good read. Can't do anything. Can't do anything until it's read the dailies.
Yeah.
Well, how lovely. How artistic.
Yeah.
That's very red, isn't it, that one? The end. The very end, it's very red.
That's all we've got from the buzz for this week.
Thank you very much. And if your end's very red, go to the doctors, get some cream.
Good advice. You're full of good advice today, aren't you? Yeah.
All right, WebMD me.
Excellent, excellent. All right, stay right there, everybody, because coming up after this short break, we are going to get up to date with celebrity news in showbiz. Welcome back, everyone. You are still watching Chewing the Cud, and this is a part of the show where we're going to look into the sparkly side of the world of celebrity and media in the showbiz with Leigh.
So my first story, if you are a homosexual of a sensitive nature, you may need to kind of fast forward this bit because it's about lady parts and so the actress Naomi Watts. Are you familiar with her work?
Name doesn't ring a bell. Go on.
She was in King Kong, The Ring. The remake of The Ring.
Okay, I don't.
No, well, we'll have.
What's she doing with her time?
Well, when she's not making films, she's become the agony aunt for Hollywood's female glitterati. So she's written a book because they all. So this is Naomi Watts.
Yes. I recognise her. Yeah.
She's done a book about herself because that's what celebrities do, and it's all about how she has gained a love for sex toys.
Good.
And was forced to whip off a HRT patch before getting frisky with her new partner. Yeah, so she's Oscar nominated. King Kong, this is her book, this is her now. I don't think she's playing with a sex toy while she had that photograph taken. We don't know, we can't see. But this is her book. So her book is kind of like about having the menopause and being a sexual woman and all that kind of stuff. So she tells a story about how her 15-year-old daughter discovered that she had bought a new and excellent vibrator that glows in the dark and has multiple speeds. She's very straight. So she said, one night I was in the mood, but on my own, so I got out of the bath and I got into bed with my new Rose vibrator. This is said to vibrate, not hers specifically. It's very clean. She said, I realised that it had a sucking feature, so I decided to try that out on my nipple. I know it's not common to engage in foreplay with yourself, but for this particular night, I decided I would take my time with myself. Afterwards, I put the rose back in the box and left it beside me, as we were going to have post-coital pillow talk.
Wow. On a previous show you and I did, Leigh, I said that the look of prosthetic penises made me stop being gay. I found them so repulsive. I think you've turned me straight. That was dead.
Do you find that?
That was dead. No, your voice telling me all that.
Okay.
That was erotic.
It gets horrible. So the next morning, her 15-year-old daughter came into the bedroom, saw the box and said, Mom, what's that? And Naomi replied, all women have vibrators. That's very generalising. And you can even get them at Urban Outfitters now.
Okay.
But I was mortified. And on top of that, my nipple was throbbing all day. So there's a lesson to be learned there, isn't there?
Magnificent.
Don't clamp your vibrator onto your nipple.
I moved to the great city of Manchester from rural Wales, and I started dating a fella, and I thought, you know, I was like 19, 20, I thought I was the most like radical, exciting guy ever, and I had this idea because I'd grown up so rurally, and people that didn't say what was necessarily going on behind closed doors. So I had the very narrow-minded opinion that all the straights were boring, and me and my fella at the time, we found well, this proves that we were prying. We found a strap-on device in the communal areas that was used by the straight housemate and his girlfriend, and I just couldn't believe it.
Please tell me you did not use it.
Well, we had no need, but you know, it was theirs. It was theirs to enjoy. But it was an eye opener for me. It was like, you know, God, the straights can like sex too.
They can do.
Like
yes.
some of them do, and some of them aren't bad at it.
And top tip, people: if you find a second-hand sex toy, better wipe first.
But good for this is all wonderful. Good for speaking about sex. Good for a person who isn't the youngest person on the planet. Talking about getting older. Talking about changes in the body. Brilliant. I loved all of that.
Fucking her being to a heart's content up in Hollywood Hills. Okie doke. Let's move on to the next bit of showbiz news. Have you seen Wicked, the film musical? Blah blah blah.
Went to see it in the West End. I've seen the stage show, which I liked. Yeah, I liked it. I'm not one of those gays who's like, it's the best thing ever. So the movies come along. I've thought, oh yeah, good on them. I'm not keen on the fact that it's split into two, like longer than a stage show. When's that a thing?
Well, it's like,
nah.
This is the... Well, anyway, I haven't not seen it because I do not like it.
Okay.
That's a shock.
Why?
That's a shock to people.
Why?
Because it's boring. I went to see the stage show, fell asleep. Woke up for Flying Without Gravity, fell back asleep again.
I mean, that's kind of my feeling too. So when they're like, guess what, it's going to be even longer, I'm like, oh, really?
I don't want to hear you singing about walking down the street.
It's based on a book, isn't it? I don't mean Wizard of Oz book. I mean, there is a...
Yeah, there is a universe.
And I've heard good reviews of the book, so...
Well, Cynthia Erivo, who plays the Green Witch in Elizabeth in Wicked, they've been doing all this kind of press stuff. Oh, it's exhausted me. That partly is why I haven't seen it, because they've irritated me so much. Hold my finger. Oh, that's what they do. I wasn't going to like make fart or anything like that. Because I would have said, pull my finger. So...
I've seen them doing the same thing that Deadpool and Wolverine did, of the kind of little rap spoken word thing. Anyway, but theirs is quite vanilla.
They've kind of like asked her what kind of role would she like to go for next, and she said that she would quite like to take on the role of Storm from the X-Men.
Great.
So she said, you know, it might be a little bit cheesy. So this is Cynthia here.
She's great, yeah.
And this is
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry playing Storm, because
who's also great, yeah.
So she's kind of like said, you know, I quite like the idea of playing that. She said, it sounds frivolous, but I think we haven't uncovered how grand she is after all that her inner turmoil, to what is that word I'm trying to say? Turmoil, yeah. I think it would be great. So yeah, she's kind of put it out there, because this is what celebrities do now. They kind of like put stuff out there, and people go, "Oh, what about that?" Yeah. I didn't really know I'm not really an X-Men person. I'm not
I'm not so into the X-Men, but I'm massively into comic books in general. One of my problems with X-Men is just how many characters there are. But Storm is a brilliant character, and I believe I remember Halle Berry saying a similar thing, that she loved playing the role, but she felt that it wasn't fully realised. But of course it's not fully realised, because there's like a million comic books. What I do know as a video game fan is that back in the early 2000s, there were very, 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 very few playable black women in video games, and Storm in the video game Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is playable and is mighty fine. So I'm a big fan of Storm. Yeah, as a character. Also in Lego Marvel as well.
Oh,
Her
I
own
haven't seen
level and
that either.
That's very cool. No, the game.
I know that she's apparently one of the most powerful mutants of all.
Mm-hmm.
But she suffers
They
from
say that about all of them.
debilitating claustrophobia. And there's a reason, sad. Having once been trapped under rubble as a child with the bodies of her dying parents, that's going to give you claustrophobia, isn't it? Nothing else. So we've just got to wait and see whether Cynthia does indeed pop on a white wig and...
One of the reasons that Hugh Jackman as Wolverine has done so well and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool has done so well is that the characters are focused on, like Storm has only been part of an ensemble, and really I think, yeah, there's movies like Guardians of the Galaxy that have done a good job of, but for every one of them there's like a Justice League which suffered from just having a glut of too many people. You know, Marvel's The Eternals, same thing. So I would love a Storm solo movie. I would love that. And I would love her to play it too.
Do you know, when you were talking then, it was a bit like work, because my partner's very much into X-Men, and when you were talking, I just went off to the happy place that I go when he talks about it. So, just look like I'm actually listening, and every now and again going, I'm really listening at all. And that is the end of this week's Showbiz News.
Thank you for that, Leigh. Well, don't you go anywhere, because coming back we are going to have a game for you to play along with at home in our Game of the Week. Welcome back to Chewing the Cud with me, Dominic Berry, and them, Leigh Robertson. Now, this is a part of the show where we're going to play a game, and this is one for a man who is no stranger to danger. We are going to test out Leigh. So over to the contestants' arena.
It's very, very forceful.
Yeah.
Game of the Week.
All right, Leigh. So, viewers who've seen previous shows will know that Leigh once challenged me in a quiz called Oh Bum. But now the bottoms have turned. And it is Leigh's turn today to guess the identity of the mysterious bottom. I'm going to show you on the screen a photo of a famous bum. It's your job, Leigh, to say, to whom does this bottom belong? We got 3 questions that you can ask me, and I will give you a yes or no answer to help you.
I am a certified tuckus linguist, so I am very positive of the outcome of this.
Well, I only scored 1 out of 4 when we did it on me, and I thought I was a black belt in bottoms. But yeah, we'll find out. So that's the score. If you get more than 1, then you have won, Leigh. If you get more than 1,
I become a top.
Bring on the first bottom. What do we make of that, Leigh? What do we make of that?
I'm going to ask a question. Is this a current actor?
It's not a current actor. No, it's not, Leigh.
Is this celebrity posterior no longer with us?
Is it a corpse bottom? No, it's not a corpse bottom, Leigh.
Oh, I only have 1 more. Can this arse fly at the speed of light?
Yeah, an interesting question. Well, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say this arse can fly at the speed of light. Make of that what you will, Leigh. All your guesses are used up. To whom does this mighty bottom belong?
I think that is a pre-Superman. Oh, what's he called? Henry Cavill.
Let's see. Is this the bottom of Henry Cavill?
Oh.
No, not Henry Cavill.
Who that then?
Nathan Fillion is from a different sci-fi series. He's from Firefly and Serendipity. I think it was Serendipity.
Was he not Superman?
Not Superman, no. So you misled yourself because he flies at like their equivalent of warp speed, but no, not. Within a vehicle, Leigh, within a vehicle.
Geek arses.
They're the best kind, man. It's the best kind. All right, let's move on to bottom number 2. Who have we got? Let's have a look. So, horizontal bottom for you here, Leigh. Horizontal bottom. Who's presenting their cheeks to you here?
It's a very muscular bottom, isn't it? It's a very...
Is that your question? Is it a muscular bottom?
No, I'm just...
Be careful how you word your words, Leigh.
It's very muscular. Is this gentleman's posterior from the Americas, or is it from the UK?
It's a yes or no question, Leigh. Don't deviate. You may ask one or the other, unless you want to use up 2 lives in one go.
Is this man from...
I beg your pardon, Leigh. Just because I was stern with you, there's no need for that kind of language. Were you referring to the image on screen, or is that the insult you're calling me for being all strict with the quiz?
Is this derriere a British?
No, not a British derriere.
Is he also a superhero?
Yes.
I have one more question. Does he set himself on fire?
I can see the train of thought that you're going on, a bottom of which I'm most fond, but that's, if our minds are aligned, that's not this bottom. This is not a bottom which sets itself on fire.
I like that song by Alicia Keys. This arse is on fire. I'm gonna go right. Is it a Hemsworth? Who?
There's Thor Hemsworth and there's not Thor Hemsworth.
Thor Hemsworth.
Thor. Christopher
Hemsworthenia.
Let's have a look. It is indeed. We are neck and neck. Fellow Chewing the Cud host Mike and I had a very long conversation about the CGI of Christopher Hemsworth's bottom.
Is that in a real bottom?
I believe that is, but we're talking about a later representation of his bottom. But let's have our next one. We're neck and neck, so we've got equal scores. I identified Chesney Hawkes when I was doing it. You've got Chris. I'd rather have Chesney Hawkes' bottom, given the choice. That's the kind of man I am. But what kind of man do we have for bottom number 3? Let's have a look. Ask question 1 about bottom 3. Words I never thought I'd be saying in my career.
Is this a TV actor?
Is it a TV bottom is your question? The answer is no. This bottom is not a bottom for the small screen.
Is this bottom still with us?
You really think I'm going to bring out like the undead bottoms? And no, they're
It's not just the living who have tight buns of steel. The dead also used to, but now they're just bones and stuff.
This bottom is still flesh and muscle.
Is it a fridge? No, that's not a question.
Is it a fridge?
No, it's our fridge. Looking at the fridge. In the fridge. In the picture. Is that a recent picture?
That's a very good question. The picture isn't from recently, no.
May I see it again?
This is your chance to overtake me in the bottom race. Come on, Leigh.
Matt Damon.
You say Matt Damon? Let's see. Oh, Justin Timberlake. I think I know that's from the movie Going the Distance. It is indeed, yeah. So, yeah.
I'm not.
It's not a geek film. It's a funny film. It's a
Is that not
humorous
the one where he
film.
gets a massive boner and has to lie in the toilet?
No. That's the guy from Zac Efron. Zac Efron, that is. Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's have our. Is this our final bottom? Let's have our next bottom. We're still neck and neck.
Oh, look at
A thonged bottom.
Yes. Is this a musical artist?
No.
Is it another actor?
Yes.
Is this from a film?
This particular image is from a film, yes.
I think it's what's his face? Channing Tatum
Channing Tatum.
from the Dirty
Magic Mike?
Dirty Dickhead. No, is that what it was? Magic Mike, yes.
Dirty Dickhead.
Dirty Dickhead is something completely different.
That's the Salford version of Magic Mike, isn't it? Yeah. Let's find out. Let's have a look at the full image. No, Matt Bomer.
Who's he then?
A character from Magic Mike, but he's not Magic Mike himself.
I'm just getting my generic.
If you had a different
white
kind of
American
host who
arses.
didn't, if you had a different kind of host that didn't have a direct conflict of interest, I might have given you a half mark, but there's no way I'm doing that because I don't want you to beat me in this quiz. So,
okay.
have we got time for one more bottom? One more bottom, last bottom. Let's see. Although I've lost count, I think you might have had more bottoms than I had, which should never be allowed. But let's have one more. A bottom by the sea.
I think I know who's asked.
Oh, no!
Okay. Is this an English posterior? Oh,
Well,
fuck
it's
it up.
no, it's not. It's not actually. So you don't know as much about bottoms as you think.
Is this bottom married to a pop star?
Well, let me have a think about that. No.
Because
Last question.
is it another American?
It is an American bottom. We've been quite US heavy, haven't we, on the cheeks today?
I'm going to say Matthew McConaughey.
Think you might kick yourself when we see the full image, Leigh. Let us reveal the owner of the final bottom by the sea. Justin Bieber.
That is been. Oh, that's not him. That's been tweaked.
False.
Okay, that's enough now of bottoms and things like that. Coming up after this short break, we get our craft on with me in Crafty Queens.
Welcome back. You are still watching me, Dominic Berry, and the other one, Leigh, in Chewing the Cud. Now we're going to go and do something that 50% of the studio will have never done before in Crafty Queens.
I was really hoping that I would have left this behind in 2024. Had my life threatened, so we have to do it. Dominic, have you ever done a Crafty Queen segment?
Yes, I have done when
Have
the lovely
you?
Mike has been.
Oh.
Yes, but it was joyful, so I have high expectations.
What did you make with him?
It was something a little bit rude, actually.
Was it?
It was, yeah.
That could be anything. Well, you may be able to fit this in your mouth that we're going to make today, but I don't think you will. You might be able to fit it in other areas, orifices. So, do you ever feel stressed?
Oh, all day, every
long.
day, yeah.
Particularly now at this very moment. Do you ever have something you could just squeeze? Squeeze very hard so that it take all your aggression out on.
Never enough things to throttle to
Never.
relieve the fury of life as a contemporary slam spoken word artist.
And do you know what? People frown upon you throttling small children, dogs, birds, pigeons, if you can catch one. They don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an alternative, something that you can squeeze. Or alternative, if you're feeling a little bit down and you just want something to, I was going to say wank into, but you can do. Multi-choice. So, in front of you, you have a selection of socks.
Yes.
Finest that online shopping from another continent can buy. You may choose whichever one you would like. Okay. You have kind of an animal. They're both animal print.
I think the brighter one. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to go for the brighter one. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this first. So, I have also provided you with a bag of rice. Mm-hmm. I would like you to make a risotto. Just using what you've got in front of you. No. So you're gonna need your rice because we're gonna fill the sock up with rice.
Okay. Out of the bag.
Out of the bag, yeah, because we want that squeezy texture.
Yeah, okay. Is this going to have a face at
Yeah.
the end? I'm not going to throttle something with a face.
That's not what you said last night. Bag on my head.
Oh,
Awkward.
I can't, I can't pull it apart wide enough.
Just
That
rip
is
it,
what I
rip
said
it
last
the corner.
night.
Rip it.
Oh no!
Oh, you see, it's made it go all wrong all my time. So
Made
you
a
want,
mess, Leigh.
it's fine.
Is it all going in the
It's
sock?
fine. I just leave here when I'm finished. I don't do it. So what you can do is you need to kind of like you're going to put the sock on, so like kind of scrunch it into a little, like a little ramekin.
Right. Are we pouring the rice in the
Yeah,
sock?
we're going to pour all this rice.
All of it?
All of
Right,
it
okay.
into the sock. You might have to kind of stop a couple of times to.
Well, I won't because I've made such a pig's ear of it, but...
It's very aggressive, isn't he? Very aggressive. Neil Buchanan never puts up with this kind of malarkey. Scintillating this for the viewers watching. Just pouring rice into a sock. How are you doing?
Yeah, almost there. I mean...
Okay, it doesn't need to be right to the very top.
Okay.
Because you need a little bit of
Right.
a little bit of slack.
Okay. Now what?
Okay, so now you're going to tie a knot in the top as tight as you can, like a balloon knot. Dooby-doo. Because you don't we don't want any of the rice to come out.
Oh, you right, okay. You've done it better than me, but go on. Yeah?
Dexterity. We've all got it.
Relatively confident.
Right, okay, so you've kind of, you know, plop it in the middle, upright like that in front of you. It's like a little figure, isn't it? It's like a little,
It's like a little duck.
what have you done?
Quack. Quack.
Oh, okay, yeah, yours got like a face bit at the front.
Quack.
Quack. Okay. You need your ribbon,
Yeah.
a little bit of velvet ribbon.
Right.
And you're gonna kind of, so it depends how.
I'm making mine more duck-like.
If you want to, if that's the route you want to go
look,
down,
I'm freestyling.
that
Look
is
at that.
fantastic.
I've done well, haven't I?
You're gonna use the ribbon to kind of create a neck.
I've already got a
Separated.
neck.
Okay.
Sorry, I am.
But if you don't want to use a ribbon,
I would love to.
Because I'm gonna. Mine's not gonna be a duck.
But ducks aren't forbidden.
No, they're not forbidden. No.
Trying to do it.
Surprisingly, just because we're filling rice in socks, I feel like I've got like the liberty to say, you don't do it like that. Sake.
I've made a very attractive bow. Very attractive.
That is lovely. I think yours is going to be very special. So now we're going to give it a little bit more personality.
Oh, it's got loads of personality.
Oh.
But continue.
We'll give it more. I have provided you with. Now this might kind of counter-effect your duck.
No, I've kind of made it into more of a like beanie now. So this is now.
okay.
Originally that was a beak, but now it's a face. So yeah, that's the hat there, face.
Marvellous. So I provided you. Now, to be fair, these are much smaller than one anticipated when one purchased them.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Misleading. It's online shopping from a different continent. Some things they say are very big, and when they arrive, oh, tiny.
Yeah, good.
Teeny little things.
Good.
So you're going to choose whichever one you want to kind of
Glue on.
glue on.
Now, I am a bit alarmed by this weapon. I feel that we did so much chatting about men's bottoms. I feel that I've kind of set myself up as this big, rugged alpha, and now you've actually given me something that's got like...
We're not asking you
wires.
to shove it up your arse.
That's a relief. That is a relief. Because it's a glue gun. I don't think much else would be going up after.
Like a reverse volcano.
Oh.
Now, it is very hot. We had a drag queen once who had 3rd-degree burns on her fingernail after touching the hot glue.
Oh, man.
Had to pull for, what do you call it?
I should have.
Really. We just
I should have.
So put a little bit of glue.
Where?
On your the back of your chosen face and mouth.
I'm frightened, Leigh.
You don't need a huge amount.
Right, okay.
And then pop it on wherever.
I think I've not got enough glue. So let me
Place it wherever you want to.
Oh no, it's I
told you it was hot.
on my finger and it's really hot. Ah!
God, it was that meme then. It bit my finger!
It is hot, isn't it? It is.
It's very hot, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do something to find out.
Right.
Okay, now I have provided, strangely, I fashioned these kind of like pimp hats out of felt and feathers.
Lovely. I think I should have put more rice in mine. I don't know. Carry on.
So, if you like to, you can kind of. I've got mine facing away from the camera because I would like to reveal its tiny face on its massive head. So I'm gonna glue my my little top hat on.
Oh no, it's scary, Leigh.
It's not going to hurt you.
Well, it already has.
Once the first layer of skin has been burned away, there's no feeling.
Oh, God, there's smoke everywhere.
I'm ready to... That's basically it, really. But you can kind of like squidge them because they feel very tactile. You can throw them against the wall.
Oh, my one... I should have put more rice in mine. My one's a little bit like...
It's been rehypnol.
My one...
I'm going to turn mine round so you can see the beauty of its face.
See, your one is all firm and pleasant, whereas my one is like inebriated. And
I have that written down on a piece of paper that I can take round. Yours is firm and pleasant. Remember, if you can't get any peen, any vagine, or anything in between, be a big old crafty queen. Soon to be found in a bin near you. Aww.
Beautiful. My emotional support sock.
/ wank sock. Yeah, well, that's almost the end of the show for now. But on screen now, you can see our contact details. It's at the Cud TV on your social media. And if you want to catch up with previous episodes, and who wouldn't, you can always binge us on YouTube, crying into pillow. Look for Chewing the Cud. We've got a moment there. Anyway.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not crying into any pillow. It's yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. What a good old time. It's goodbye from him. It's goodbye from them. And goodbye from me. Thank you so much for watching Chewing the Cud. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. I think they should play the rainbow theme now.